Good morning. It is 8:25 on a very, very bright sunny March morning, which is glorious. This is a completely different setup to what I am normally doing for my YouTube channel, but I thought it's a new year and I'm going to try something new. So you're just going to follow along with me today on my coaching calls and the things that I get up to. And I'll just, pop in some pearls of wisdom as and when I fancy them. So yeah, hope you enjoy this. If you do, or if you don't, just put comments below. That'd be great. We're looking for snacks to sustain me through my several coaching calls today. So we're in Tesco. Glamour. We have snacks. We have things for lunch. And now we're going to go home, which is a joy. And get set up for the day. First coaching call at 10. But what I like to do is kind of recap on any notes that I've given coaching clients from the previous week or the previous session. Just kind of refresh my memory, because I work with lots of different people and they've all got different needs because they've all got different goals. So I want to always make sure that I am kind of on it in that regard, because I mean, it's individual goals, it's individual needs. So I need to, focus in and make sure that I'm, giving them the best on the day, that it doesn't feel like it's just a kind of cookie cutter, this is the standard process for coaching. It's all bespoke. So I need to just make sure that I'm on it. So I'm going to go recap my notes with a cup of tea, and then hop to it. I'm also meeting a new, potential new client today, which will be really exciting. It's still in recall season, so lots of people getting nervous and gearing up for all of that, which, I mean, it's nerve-wracking, but it's super, super exciting at the same time. So yeah, oh, and it looks like there's going to be a little crash. Oh! Did somebody just, I think they did. Somebody just knock a car into another car. Oh dear. Well, I'm going to go home and I'm gonna let them sort that out. Oh dear. Now, is it just me or is everybody else obsessed with Vinted? Because I have just been going through all of the things I own and realising, I don't really wear that and I don't really wear that, but it's in fairly good nick, so I might as well actually see if I can get a bit of money for it. So I've just become a little bit of kind of Vinted obsessed. It's like my second job at the moment. So I've just got all of this kind of bags and shoes and all of this. So yeah, that's just for some alternative content. There you are. But I do absolutely love Vinted. And what it does is that you just leave the money that you earn from the things that you sell in your little wallet, and then you buy more stuff. So you just get new free stuff. It's great. Big fan. I'm actually just going to pack a couple of my Vinted sold items so that I can get some moolah. That's always fun. Yeah, so I'm just going to do that before I start recapping my notes for coaching. God, it's a busy day. It's a busy day. Let's do it. Advocate for keeping books. I like having lots of books on my bookshelf, but I actually went through everything and realized that I've got Stanislavski's An Actor Prepares, along with Uta Hagen's Respect for Acting, two top-notch books for any actor. And I read these when I was at drama school many moons ago, and preferred Uta Hagen, to be fair. I found it a lot more accessible, but they are kind of key reading, and they've just been kind of gathering dust on my bookshelf. Like, as a coach and as an actor, I've kind of evolved and developed my own practice, my own process, and sometimes it's nice to return to, you know, the words of people that have come before you. But I kind of went, oh, it would be better to sell these cheaply to another actor who's like just venturing out on their kind of their journey to becoming an actor. So there we go. So both of them sold. So whoever you are, enjoy, have a great time with those, and I wish you all of the luck and fortune and prosperity as an actor going forward. Right, that is done. Vinted, done for the day. Well, not quite done for the day. I need to take it to the Yodel drop-off point. Good fun. I think they're becoming quite familiar with me over there. But there we are. Okay, I'm going to now have a little look over my notes. I've also been sent a video from one of my coaching clients who's in the States, actually, who has had a big audition and just sent me a video, which I really appreciate. Send me a video of how it actually went as opposed to putting it in an email. That's you pick up so much more about how they actually felt about the audition, and it just means that you get to just chat the breeze for a bit, which is great fun. So I'm going to watch her video to see how this audition went, and then I'm going to review some emails and some notes, and then jump into my first coaching call at 10. Brilliant.
How the audition went though, it's pretty much
She got accepted. Oh my god, she cracks me up. She cracks me up. This is it's just brilliant. I love this. I might actually start having this as standard protocol for all of my coaching clients. You have to send me a video of you talking about your audition. Of how it went, good or bad. This one, really good. She got accepted, so that's really cool. So she's going to be coming over the pond and studying in the UK, which is brilliant. But yeah, I think you get so much more of a sense of how people are navigating auditions, how they feel about auditions, and actually, you know that way where you come out of an audition like straight away and you have an opinion, you have your emotional reaction to it, and then a couple of days later your kind of rational reaction comes into play, and it's really good to actually have both of those things documented so that for any auditions going forward you can review and kind of analyze how it all went from both perspectives. And you also just have a really lovely diary of how each audition went. Again, good or bad, you just have a record of it. And I have a record of it as well. So it means that when we go into our next coaching session, we can reference it, which is really cool. So this I'm very, very fond of. So it's giving me food for thought for what to do going forward with other coaching clients. That's really fun. Right. Notes are written for my coaching session at 10 o'clock. Very exciting. It's actually a corporate client that I'm working with, so not actually an actor. It's really, really interesting kind of implementing acting techniques and things like that into a coaching session for somebody who has no prior experience with that, no deep desire to be an actor, but it's all about communication. So that's really, really exciting. So that's what I'm going to dive into right now. I've got my tea, the sun is shining, and yeah, good day so far. First session of the day done. Great fun. Having a little snack before we jump into our second one. We've just been in Guernsey, and now, oh, there they are. And now we're going to Denmark. This is great. I've got loads of international coaching clients at the moment, which is great fun. We get to see different perspectives. I mean, we're jumping around time zones like nobody's business, but it's great fun. I'm going to finish this before I jump onto this call. Hey, how's it going?
Also drama.
Nice, cool. I mean, that's not a bad record, you know. 1 out of 2 schools in an audition season getting to the next round. If you think about the statistics of how many people actually apply and do first round self-tapes, it's a lot. You know, it's into the thousands. You'll then run through both of them. So you'll do both speeches and then they'll redirect you. And that can be on either speech. They might do both, they might do just one. What is it that, you know, whenever they redirect you, what do they want to see? What do they want to see examples of? When they ask this question, what are they kind of, you know, so that you're not feeling like you're just stabbing in the dark, that you can flip it and actually go, okay, well, what's the core of this here? So good. Snack break. Coaching call, snack break. Nom 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 nom. 3 coaching calls down. 3 completely different people, completely different needs. Great fun. People who aren't actors, looking at just kind of doing on-screen work for social media, branding, brings it into that idea of, okay, well, I'm selling, but I need to get you to trust me. I need you to, you know, I need to befriend you. It's all the same stuff that we teach in acting, which is great. Then somebody gearing up for a recall, nervous about redirection, so deconstructing where that fear comes from, carrying out redirect, it's great. And then somebody who's got first round in-person audition, which is a different kettle of fish as well. Oh my God, it's just been a really, really varied day. Now I'm going to go and meet somebody who's brand new. They've got recalls as well. Loads of questions to ask. So just excited to impart some knowledge, impart some wisdom. So you know that you can book a strategy call with me. It's free 20 minutes. Ask any questions about like the upcoming audition season, your speeches, anything that, you know, there's just so much gatekeeping in the audition space that I'm just very much of the opinion of, if you've got a question and I have the answer, ask and you get given it. It's great. So knowledge is power. You want to know as much as you can so that you feel equipped to go into these audition rooms. So yeah, you can always book a strategy call with me. The details are in the description box below. Okay, cool. I'm going to have a few more of these. And then I'm going to go and do this for 20 minutes. Then I'm going to have some lunch and then I'm going to go for a walk. Oh, need to get outside. I didn't put factor 50 on for nothing, so I'm going to go for a walk. That's all the coaching calls done for the day. So I'm out for a little walk because, yes, it's not COVID times anymore, but we're still doing the mental health walks because they're good for the mental health and they're good for the legs. And yeah, kind of gets me to decompress and wear my giant headphones and a very funky cap that's got a little sloth on a tree branch on it. That the money purchased, the money that was used to purchase this hat goes towards helping sloths in Costa Rica. So there we are. But enough about my hat. I finished coaching calls for the day, but I, in recent days, in weeks, coming around to this idea of actually using AI a little bit more, but ChatGPT. And not just for any old reason, but I've actually been looking up, well, to see if they're actually available, the stats for how many people apply to drama school each year. Like how many people are applying to the RADA BA acting, the Guildhall BA acting, and some of the schools have got those stats available and they're published for various reasons and others don't. It's just kind of assuming. So, I mean, do your own research and actually kind of look at these statistics, because at first I was like, whoa, that's a lot of people applying and not a lot of places. So you're looking at somewhere like RADA, for example, and that's pulling applicants from all over the world, first and foremost. It's an incredibly prestigious school, rightly so. So they're getting roughly 4,000 applicants a year for 28 spaces, like 28 tops. That's like, I don't do maths. I'm an actor, I'm an acting coach. I don't get into this for the maths, so you do the maths. But in terms of a percentage, in terms of like an acceptance rate percentage, that's low. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, it's purely to deter you from applying and auditioning for drama school, blah. No, it's not. It's basically, you can look at this in a number of different ways, but the main ways that you can look at this, you could look at this as total doom and gloom, and oh my god, there's no chance. When in fact, you don't need to look at it like that. You can go, yes, of course, it is highly competitive. So if I don't get an offer one year or for a particular school, then that's okay. I'm one of however many. But if you find that you're getting recalls, then that is a huge pat on the back, because out of thousands of applicants, you got taken to the next stage. How amazing is that? But it's also an opportunity for you to lay yourself off the hook a little bit more. This is competitive. And if anything, it's gearing you up for the profession. It's gearing you up for the industry that you're going into. Because you are going to be getting more no's than you are going to be getting yeses. I don't know any actor who's always got yeses. It's, incredibly competitive. You're competing for one job, and there will be hundreds of people applying for that. Like, the conversion rate for that is really low. So it's building your resilience. It is getting you used to the idea that it's highly competitive and you are going to be auditioning more often than you will be getting jobs. That is okay. So if you think that looking up these statistics and putting a bit of ChatGPT to good use, then look it up. Because I did, and I actually feel so much more informed about what I would potentially be up against as an applicant, and it really helps me as a coach as well, because then I go, okay, well, what schools are highly, highly competitive and what schools are not highly, highly competitive? It starts to give you a little bit more of a realistic overview of the audition season, of the drama school structure, all of that kind of stuff. So, yeah, knowledge is power, I think. Blissful ignorance isn't always blissful. So that's my little 2 cents on that. So yeah, that's my first foray into a bit of ChatGPT. What did I do? I looked up drama school application stats because I'm super cool. Super cool. But in the meantime, here's my view. This is, it's just a heck of a lot of bracken at the moment, but this is like my little daily walk. It's nice to be in somewhat of the countryside. And it's not really a countryside, it's more of a town, but I'm thankful that I got out of London when I did, because I actually got out a week before lockdown. The first lockdown that occurred, I got out a week before, and that's, just having a father who works in the NHS going, it doesn't look so good. but it was the best decision ever, actually. And I think actually getting out of London, because I lived in London for about 14 years. I was an actor, teaching, directing, doing all of the hustle. And I love London. I still have many friends who are still living and working there, and that's great. But it made me realise, oh yeah, you know what? Not all roads lead to London. Not all, it's not the epicenter of the world. There are other sections of the industry that are operating in Scotland, in Manchester, in Cardiff. And they have merit and they have a standard, and I think they're worth investing in and looking at too. So, with the age of having most first rounds for auditions, both professionally and for drama school, as being self-tapes, frees you up to actually, live in a bit of countryside. And hey, it's working out for me, so I'm quite happy. And do you know what? I get to see the seasons change. Been doing that for about 4 or 5 years now. Well, this will be my 5th year, yeah. If I got out during lockdown, well, just before lockdown, yeah, 5 years. 5 years in a little bit of greenery. I think it's the best thing. So, well, this is me saying, get out of the city, and drama school application is incredibly competitive. God, what have I turned into with vlogs? But there we are. And like I've been saying, please let me know if this style of video is rotten. If you're like, we don't like this, we didn't expect this, we like it when you're just sat at your desk being sarcastic and slightly aggressive when you're talking about drama school stuff. I mean, I could do that too, that's fine. I just don't really talk about me very much. And maybe that's just very egotistical of me, but maybe it's not. I'm walking up a hill now, and vlogging and carrying a very heavy bottle of water and holding my arm out. God, my life is tough, It's tough vlogging. So, if you don't appreciate it, then fuck you. Because, the physical pain that I'm putting myself through, it's starting to get a bit grey now. Oh, that sky. Ooh. But yeah, so, hey, if you like it, great. It could be a little addition. It's not like I'm replacing my content with this. It's just a little experiment, So, if you're keen, pop a little comment. If you're not keen, don't. Or rather, say, no, please return to what we were doing before. That's what we like. So, yeah, we could do that too. But in the meantime, I've got my headphones on. I am going to listen to a little podcast or some music or something. Get my little walk in. And then carry on with my day. Woo! You look really small in the video. You're not actually that small. Pretty cute though. Just, with the backing track of the M8 motorway. Yay. Good morning. God, what's happening here? That's fun. It is the next day. I finished off my walk, which was gorgeous actually in the sunshine, and it's like exactly the same today, which is an absolute joy considering that it's March. I am starting my day with my very, very healthy breakfast, lots of porridge, lots of fruit and peanut butter and pumpkin seeds. It's great fun. Before I start my first coaching call, which is 10:30, so I've got a little bit of time. I've got to catch up on some emails. Just been asked to sit on an audition panel for self-tapes, for first round self-tapes for a drama school. So gonna get that set up for some time so that we can kind of coincide with the other audition panelists. Because you never as an audition panel, it's never just one person watching your footage. It's always going to be at least two people, because we have to have a varied opinion base, and hopefully it's like, a mixture of genders and a mixture of all sorts of other things, so that we're making a really varied and accurate assessment of everybody's work. So just gonna check in with the other people that are going to be on the panel and make sure that we are set and ready to watch those self-tapes. So that'll be really, really exciting. What am I up to today? I've got 3 coaching calls. Where am I starting? I'm going from Paris to Ireland to London. Great fun. So jumping around those time zones, but it'll be really, really good fun. Actually, my last coaching call is a 2-hour coaching call and is gearing up for recall rounds. And 2 hours for a coaching call can be, it sounds like it's long to just be doing one-to-one, but you get to cover so much. If you think about an hour-long coaching call, if you've got 2 speeches and you're wanting to do redirection and you've got questions that you want answered, or you want to practice interview technique, things like that, a 2-hour session is really, really good for that, because you just do a proper deep dive on all of those things. So that's what we're going to be doing this afternoon, which is cool. And I'm going to be heading into Glasgow. I think I'm going to be going paddle boarding this weekend, which will be quite fun. I mean, it'll be freezing, but I'll just like get my wetsuit and do that. I've also got Vinted orders that I need to deliver because, you know, that's my life now. But I'm okay with that because it means that I get to buy new stuff off Vinted, which is good fun as well. But for now, I'm going to have my breakfast and then I'm going to gear up for my first coaching call all the way in Paris. So that's me finished my coaching calls for the day, which is great because the sun is still shining. So I'm going to go and get out in that. I've got some really exciting coaching, like clients doing some really exciting stuff, which is great. Like recalls coming in, lots of people getting very excited, very nervous, lots of redirection that's happening right now. And figuring out the people that really take to it, that absolutely love the idea of taking a note, love the idea of taking redirection, and then other people who are quite fearful, and taking it down to this idea that when we set a speech in stone, we feel like we're in control. We feel like it's predictable and it's going to be sturdy and there for us. When in fact, what it does, it exposes you more. Because I thought I'd just put you down because my arm is getting sore. What it does, if you completely restrict your speech down to a set amount of choices that are all predetermined and you do it the same way each and every time, that what it ends up being is you're just hitting those notes. You're just kind of going through the motions and trying to hit the same, you know, intonation pattern, the same choice, the same gesture, the same thought process each and every time. One, it becomes incredibly boring and quite stale, very, very easily stale. It exposes you to the audition panel because the audition panel kind of go, oh, you can't break out of this pattern that you've developed. But also, if you think about, so the analogy that I used in one of the coaching calls today was, imagine you learn to drive. You learn to drive a car, but you only learn how to drive a car on this one route. So from your house to the shops, say, you're learning to drive and you just drive back and forth on that one road. Yes, you know that road like the back of your hand. You know how to stop at a traffic light. You know how to go around a roundabout. You know how to go up gears, to use your mirrors, all of this kind of stuff. But you've not applied it in any other context whatsoever. So what happens when the next time you're driving on that road and there's roadworks and then you have to take a diversion? You're screwed. Like you need to be able to be adaptable and flexible with your speeches every time that you do them. So thinking about experimenting and exploring lots of different creative choices and not landing on anything specific, and all you're doing is then bringing this huge bag, this huge sack of choices in with you to an audition room and going, oh, well, maybe this today, I don't know. It keeps it fresh, it keeps it fun, and if anything, you've got more sturdiness to your practice because you've got more choices that you can possibly make today, you know? So if you're just having one choice, just building your tower in one way, it's not as sturdy, it's not as fun for you, and it exposes you when it comes to redirection. So 1, make redirection your friend, and 2, do not set your speeches in stone. It is not going to help you. So yeah, so that was today's learning from coaching calls. It's funny when I've got a series of coaching calls each day, and the themes change as the audition season changes. So, you know, you're paying so much more attention to text analysis and breaking down iambic pentameter or whatever earlier in the audition process. And when it gets to this stage, you're just doing redirection after redirection after redirection. And it's just really interesting to see how the needs of people changes over the course of the audition season and how everything develops and what you set in stone. Because regardless of whether you get a yes or a no from a drama school, coaching is so important because it gives you a set of skills, absolutely, but you get to just rely on yourself and grow some confidence and really kind of solidify yourself into thinking, no, I've got something to offer here. And this is an enjoyable process. We've always got to remember, outside of auditions, we enjoy doing this. So never lose sight of the fact that even when audition season isn't going your way, or you're finding it nerve-wracking or overwhelming, or you're just really, really busy, that actually this is something that we desperately enjoy doing. This is something that we want to make into a career. We want to make this into, you know, a life path. So just don't lose sight of that. It's really good. Well, I'm gonna go and fill up my car with window wiper fluid. I've not done that before. It's usually, you know, I'll get somebody else to do that. But I'm a strong, independent woman. Don't need no person to do it for me. So I'm going to do it by myself. Wish me luck. But yeah. So this was just like an experiment little vlog, taking you through my thoughts as they crop up as I go through these coaching calls. To give you a bit more of an insight into the day-to-day, and yeah, it's not so regimented. This is what we're going to talk about today, la la la. It's, you get an instant bit of feedback and me just waffling. Nothing's scripted, nothing's kind of you know, polished in any way. I'm just kind of weirdly rubbing at a pen and chatting to you. So if you enjoy this, then just pop a comment below, and yeah, and let me know what you think. Also knowing that you can sign up for coaching if you've got recalls coming up, if you've got first rounds, if you're auditioning professionally, or if you just want to get a little bit of insight into what the world of being an actor potentially could be for you. I'm here to help. So all of the details for getting in touch with me are below. But I just want to say a huge thank you for getting to the end of this. And yeah, watching me, listening to me waffle on for a bit. But yeah, until next time, bye.